All right, I got something that I think is interesting. Everybody else probably ain't gonna care about it. Where in the Hades? Yep, guess it's time to open a new one. I'm gonna take one for the road. I'm gonna take one for encouragement. All right, let's go. Petey, this is Thursday. Rain day, Thursday, day off. This morning, I was gonna do kind of a ride along, take y'all with me to go to this tree nursery here in southern Indiana. It's more like central Indiana, but anyways, last fall I ordered 400 trees. I got 100 white pine, 100 red oak, 100 white oak, and 100 poplar. I'm gonna do the pine first. Wow, I got my work cut out for me. The pine, red oak, white oak are 2-year-old trees, and the poplars are 1-year-old trees. I'm gonna show you what I tried to do that was a fail, and I'll show you what I come up with. Hang on. Okay, they make this thing called a dibble. It's a tree dibble. This here is not a tree dibble. This, what are you doing here, phone? There we go. That is a spade, track shovel, whatever you want to call that thing. And it sucks. I used to work for libraries, and libraries did a lot of tree planting, and I did quite a bit by hand. So what you need to do is you need to bust a hole in the ground, wiggle that sucker back and forth, take the tree, throw it in the hole, take your foot and stomp around on it to seal the hole. You don't want no air down there to it. This here is kind of my measuring tool that I want to stay about 6 to 7 feet away from the driveway so I can run my finish mower all the way down that side, and I'm going to bring her all the way back this side, and then I'll have 6 foot in between each tree so I can just stripe the yard, and then it'll be going down that side of the driveway as well with pine. Now, this thing here sucks. The shovel wants to fold back on itself right there in that radius of it, and it don't want to open the hole up. So let me show you what I come up with. I'll grab my encouragement. Yep, I'm gonna need these. To the shop, Hank. To the shop. Hank was gonna go with me today, but he decided he wanted to play window licker and clean the windows in the truck, and I can't stand that. So Hank got to spend the day downstairs in the basement with the ladies, and got time out. Now, for anybody that's new to my channel, I just bought this place. It's just under 10 acres. From like 15 foot on the other side of this yellow guide wire, this direction, is all the yard used to be. It used to be all growed up with just trash. Jungle and mess and trees, and there's my firewood pile, which looks disgusting, I know. But anyways, this here used to all be field, or all used to be a field, and then it growed up to a thicket and just harbored mice or rabbits like crazy. So what I done was bought a tractor, which is that beast, and 49 8N. I hate that thing. If Chevrolet ever made a tractor, I would burn that and go buy a Chevrolet tractor. God, I hate that piece of crap. But it come with the bush hog, and then I had bought a finish mower and got into cleaning this up, which is what you see now with a lot of my projects that I have going on. And my newest invention is a dibble. That's what she looks like right now. I need to do a little bit more welding on it, and I'll be back and show you how she operates. All right, this is what I come up with. Knock a little bit of the dirt off to show you what I'm talking about. Anybody that knows what a dibble is, I just made my own instead of going buying one, because I don't even know where you can buy one without having to get it off the internet. So I've got This is either 3, I'd say that's 4-inch bar. 1/4 inch thick. I got a bunch of those laying around in the shop. My shop, not Tater's shop. Whenever I was gonna do axle paddles on the big red 3-wheeler, I was gonna make a bunch of them and sell them on Facebook. Well, it never happened. So I just got a bunch of it laying around. This is like 12, 13, 14 inches long. I didn't measure, I just chopped her off. And I put an angle on both sides of it to try to help it start in the ground. And then 45 each side of it to kind of make like a knife point on it. This here is 1 1/4 inch Schedule 40 black iron pipe. I've got a bunch of that left over from where I made that bumper on the Toyota, and figured why not use it up on this. So I welded the two together, and then I took 1/2 inch black iron pipe and notched it for the top and welded it on. And it works all right. I think what I need to do, and I got a piece of angle iron over there, I think I need to run a piece of angle iron up the back side to help strengthen this up, because whenever you really get the prying on it, I could see this thing here, it's not bent yet, but I can see it wanting to bend, because this here has got the backbone, and you'll understand it here in a minute, but I've got it offset for that to be like a kickstart so I can help shove it in the ground. The ground right now is pretty moist because we've been getting rain, but if you're in dry ground, you're gonna need that kickstarter. But I think I need to run that piece of angle iron at an angle maybe up to the backbone, or just run it 3 or 4 inches up to try to help stiffen that up. We're planting white pine along both sides of the driveway to try to give us a privacy fence coming in and make it look decent as you're coming into the Mega. We nicknamed the property the Mega. Now, what this is, it's just a measuring device that I've just threw together real quick to keep my spacing out right, and it's coming out pretty daggone true. If Mama stands over here and looks at the trees, you can see that that one's in line with that one over there. That one's in line with that one over there. The spacing on them is 6 foot apart, and then 6 foot from the gravel. So this is that piece of wood there, 6 foot. I didn't have a daggone 6 foot piece of wood. I had one 3 foot piece, and I just ripped it in half, screwed it back together. I guess I could have went and broke a 6 foot stick off of a limb, but this is working. So that's what I'm doing. And this is by no means a dibble, but I'm not gonna go spend $80 on buying one and wait a week for it to show up. So this is gonna do what I need to do. And yes, this is work. Cowboy has got some trees of his own he's supposed to be planting in the ground. And I sent him a message a while ago, and I told him I hope he gets stung by yellow jackets whenever hell he digs. This is work now, and the ground's actually moist. So now whenever I get down to where I figure my root is not got a J root, and I'll show you what that is here in a second, I kind of give her a little twist to keep the pocket open. Come over here and grab me a little pine, and these are anywhere from 1 year to 2 year old pine. Look how long the root is on it. The root's twice as long as what the tree is. Now what you don't want is a J root, which is, you don't want that root to sit in the hole like that. That is a J root. You want 80 to 90% of your root to hang down in the hole. So I've got an hourglass shaped hole, and all I'm going to do is start the root in the hole and give it some twist as it goes down, and try to, without getting rough on the roots, just try to point them in the right direction. They might be J-hook, they might not be. I've got 100 of these suckers to put in the ground. I bet the success rate on it's going to be pretty good for the effort that I'm putting out into it. And now, when you're putting your dirt back, you want it pretty firm around the tree. For one, to help hold the tree up and to keep a lot of the air from going down. You don't want them roots to dry out. And I'm trying to do this now to where we got a big rain coming this weekend.
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight. It's supposed to be severe storms tonight. Anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inches of rain. So I'm doing this now to, one, I need to get them in the ground. I've got 400 of them to do, not just pine. I've got red oak, white oak, poplar, and pine. I got the day off, so I need to get done as much as I can. And I want to use a lot of this rain that's coming to help put the water on them. So that's what I've got going on. And it sucks. I wish Alex had enough strength to run a dibble, because he would be getting put to work.
Show him your muscles. You ain't got very many.
Am I going off of the space from the pole, but I'm also using my reference across the driveway on the next tree, which is within reason. I'm not that daggone picky, but I want them to look good as somebody pulls in 10 years and they're 15 foot tall and Christmas tree shaped. And my finish mower is 5 foot wide, so I'll be able to make one pass through, one pass up that side, and then just buzz around it with a weed eater. Next problem is hiring a weed eating crew.
That's you.
I think Mama's looking at me.
Or them.
All right,
As
Mom,
much grass
I've
as
got
they
holes
eat.
to dig. I got this hole and one more hole, and then that's it. That's it. And then I'm gonna go back down to the end of the driveway and run it towards the neighbor's house on both directions to kind of seclude us back here. And then my white oak, red oak poplar is gonna be planted back here in the open field. And I'll tighten the spacing up back there because I'm not wanting to mow that as much. And I got a tick. Nice. Kill it, Mama.